So, this is my residence area. Awfully dreary, isn't it? Does that mean my heart's dried up?
Resonance area connection is stable. You should have an easy time.
Good. Thanks, Amy. Let's get to it then. It sure is scary being inside your own mind, though. Who knows what monsters are in here? Oh. Is this one of those memory nodes I've been hearing about?
Yes, I've confirmed it on my end too. Please start removing it, Ricardo.
Gotcha. Okay, now please be something we can chuckle at.
From this day forth, you are all members of the Great Gleipnir. Delegate Ricardo Sforza, step forward.
I swear that I shall ever endeavor to fight for the future of humanity.
Starting there, are we? Give me a break. This is too embarrassing. And I was considered pretty good back then. Laughable, huh?
I heard you were handpicked for this large-scale operation too, Ricardo. Let's do it.
We'll lead the way to victory. We'll be Gleipnir's elite.
Still wet behind the ears. And that ambition! It was a few years before the calamity, when Gleipnir planned a large-scale origami hunt. But everything went haywire, and the operation failed.
Second defensive line broken! Origami swarm incoming! Abort mission! We get on! Are they all dead? Will anyone save me?
Ricardo! Help me! Can't stop the bleeding! I don't want to die! Help me! Please! Help!
Forgive me, please! Damn it! Damn it all!
Man, I don't want to relive this. Especially not in front of a kid like you.
Got you!
Well now, that wasn't bad. I think we're done, Amy. Can we go home?
Understood. Initiating disconnection sequence.
Got you! Got you!
Sorry for showing you something that heavy all of a sudden. I used to be a Gleipnir zealot, fully believing we were defending humanity. Can you believe it? But in the end, I couldn't accomplish anything. Not even dying properly. Like you saw, Gleipnir's plan failed because of an unexpected origami encounter. I was the only person there who survived. And the experience broke something inside of me. I left Gleipnir soon afterward. And that's pretty much the story. I appreciate it, but you don't need to console me. If I'd kept fighting until reinforcements came and rescued me, I could still face myself. But my comrades needed help, and I turned my back on them. I didn't even try to fight. That's why I'm comfortably standing here today. I'm a coward who's not worth defending. Sorry, I've said way too much. I wish you wouldn't look at me like that. This old man's memories are all like this. Boring stories, I'll just waste your time. If you're still willing to lend an ear, fine. Just don't let it get to you, okay?
Resonance area connection established. Good to be with you again.
Let's get moving. So, what do we see this time? Oh, that was pretty quick.
Everyone, assemble! We have some important visitors to the base today. Let's make this place look presentable. No slacking, guys.
Sure takes me back. Hey, you know satellite bases? Little surface settlements that were around before the calamity? After leaving Gleipnir, I worked to defend a satellite base on the frontier. It was a comfortable place. Not many origami attacks, the people were all kind. I liked it. In any case, I thought it was perfect for someone like me.
Welcome. So, you were the ones I was told would be staying at the base for research, right?
Nice to meet you. I appreciate the hospitality. I'm Hilda Enriquez, and this is...
Ricardo Sforza, is that you?
Didn't expect to meet you again in a place like this. Warner Gatlin.
Oh, you're already acquainted?
He was a god eater at Gleipnir. A fine one, but...
Let's not bore the lady. I'll show you both around.
The owner and Werner, still students at the time, came to the base one day. Meeting the Governor General's son after all that was painful.
An underground base.
Yes, the idea is to avoid origami attacks altogether. It'd be safer than satellite bases.
if we can make it a reality, we'll be able to flawlessly support God Eaters on the front lines.
So we're going around to each satellite base to spread information and collect opinions.
We want to build a place where everyone can be safe and happy. A place we can call a utopia.
A utopia, huh? I like it. Gotta dream big. I'm on board.
That dream still moves me. It's almost too pure.
Memory nodes confirms clear. I don't hear any voices on my end. Are you okay?
We're fine. Prepare for our return as usual.
Right away. Initiating disconnection sequence.
Thanks again, friend. Let's go home, shall we? Hilda Enriquez and Warner Gatlin. As you know, they were together as students who shared the same dream. The focus of their studies was building an underground base impervious to origami attacks. Sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? Yep. Their research turned into reality in the form of ports and kept a lot of people safe. I mean, they laid out the theoretical framework, but Gleipnir did the actual construction. It's amazing. The dream they shared is still holding life together in the Ashlands. Their idea was just too big. All I could do was smile and nod when they talked. But now, I live to defend the dream they talked about back then. Life sure is strange. Ah, brother, I'm rambling yet again. It's my only real flaw. Let's keep at it, okay? Being with you gives me the feeling I can accomplish something. Oh, origami off the bat again. Not a great start.
It's a hostile memory node. Use your god arcs on it.
Roger. Well, we're in for a rougher ride this time.
I hope I hit.
What's that shaking? Is it an earthquake?
Look at that. Is it a hurricane or something?
No. Those heavy clouds? I've never seen anything like it. They're like a wall of ash. Yeah, Ricardo, we just got a radio message from Gleipnir. Apparently origami are on the move everywhere. They'll be here any minute.
What did you say?
I'm sure you were just a kid, but you remember the calamity, right? Ash storms everywhere. All at once. Origami habitat suddenly changing. The satellite base I protected was in the middle of the predicted route for an origami stampede. There's no way anyone could have stopped them.
Ah! Oh, damn it! The bastards keep coming!
Ricardo, you saved me.
Stop dawdling, Warner! Get Hilda out of here now!
That's crazy. We can't just leave you here.
Listen to me! Which one of us is more important to you? Defending this place is my duty. I'll do it this time.
No, I refuse. I can't leave a friend behind.
Warner, Ricardo, get on the trailer. We're leaving.
Ah! Damn it! Let go! Let go, Warner! Please! Just let go! I'm not done! I can fight! Let me defend this place!
That day changed the lives of everyone who survived.
Ricardo, connection unstable. Initiating disconnection sequence.
You, really keep seeing me at my most pathetic, don't you? sorry. I wish I could show you memories that'd be more motivating for a young person. But, yeah, I'm not exactly cut out to be a hero. Come on, laugh. Aw, please. You should really learn to be a better judge of character. Anyway, the satellite base was destroyed, and Warner and the owner saved me. I barely escaped with my life. After that, I don't really remember much. But since the Governor General's son, Warner, was there, rescue teams from Gleipnir came running. And the owner and Warner? The light was gone from the eyes of those once happy dreamers. Somehow I knew that the spark would never return to them. After that, well, you know the rest of their stories, don't you? That day, the lives of the civilians at the base weren't all I failed to protect. I know I put too much of a burden on myself. But I just can't help thinking that way. Promise you won't tell the owner about this. Let's leave the past in the past. Well, that was another gloomy tale. I think I'll refresh myself with some serious cleaning. Why not give me a hand? I'll cook whatever you like for dinner if you join me. Okay, let's do a little warm-up. Though, I guess you probably won't even break a sweat.
Ash density is very low, and we've got beautiful weather today. Should be smooth sailing. There aren't that many origami responses, but don't be careless, okay?
Thanks, Amy. So, let's get cracking, shall we? Nice view, huh? I fought in this area before, way back. I was a wandering mercenary for several years after the calamity. I had nowhere to go, and nowhere to return to either.
This spot looks good. I'll attack, but don't expect much.
Since the whole world was covered in ash, us normal God-Eaters couldn't do much. It was hide in a port, manage ages, or fight outside the ash. I didn't want to join anyone, and there was no way I was going to be sending kids out to fight. So I wandered from place to place, looking for somewhere to live. Or die. That went on for years. Until one day, the owner came and found me. She was aboard a new ash crawler. The Chrysanthemum.
Surveillance is all clear. Good work out there.
We're done already? Sorry, but I want to take a look around. Can you give us a bit?
Oh? Sure, that's no problem.
Thanks. You don't mind hanging out a bit longer, do you? I was roaming around as a mercenary, and the owner still went to the trouble to find me. She asked me to help realize the utopia she used to talk about. I went slack-jawed. That dream, the one I thought lost in the calamity, she was still chasing it. But I didn't feel like taking her up on her offer. My heart was twisted from what happened, and her choosing me stung somehow. So I tried to say no. But she told me she looked up my history and talents, and had just the right job for me. It's just like her, right? She found hope and possibility, even in someone like me. I admired her confidence so much, and before I knew it, I'd signed up with her. And ever since, I've been running around for the port. It's been hectic, but fulfilling. But Warner wasn't with her anymore. I sometimes wonder if the two of them had worked together again on that shared dream. Don't you think they'd have come up with something even better than the ports we have now? I've done everything I could in the hopes that I could atone for my failures. That feeling never leaves me. Better. Yeah. Better. Right. You've never rested on your laurels, even with all your accomplishments. That utopia might still be waiting for us up ahead. That's what the owner must think, too. You're saying it's not the time to stand still just yet, then? I messed up. I got so caught up in my worries that I thought I was at a dead end. I can't act like this in front of you or the owner. Not when you're always aiming higher. Thanks. Talking to you has given me a bit of a better grip on myself. So, what do you say we go and put my past where it belongs? You've come this far with me. You'll stick around to the end, right? I want to be able to hold my head up high and stand shoulder to shoulder with all of you.
Welcome back. It's hard to do anything in the Ashlands, but it doesn't slow you down.
We're finally in the deepest area, huh? Well, Let's do our thing. I already know what's waiting for us at the end, though.
Ma'am, that major deal went through. They didn't look happy about it, but they agreed in the end.
Really? That's impressive, Ricardo. Your negotiation skills never fail to surprise me.
You're not the only one surprised. In some ways, this is even tougher than battling origami.
I'm sorry. I put too much on your shoulders.
Whoa, please don't get the wrong idea. That's not what I meant. My life has been so fulfilling since I came to Chrysanthemum. I really can't thank you enough.
Don't thrash around, okay?
So, Ricardo, do you mind if I ask you something? Why do you do so much for us?
What are you saying? You're the one who picked me.
Yes, that's true, but... you could find a much better deal than here with your skill set. But you volunteered to do whatever you can for me and the port. Why? What makes you go that far?
Well,
What a cruel question. She was really wondering that, too. I avoided answering. I felt small, like I was in her debt. I really didn't know what to say. And there was something in my heart I felt I shouldn't say. But today, I plan to put the past behind me. You kids taught me that I still have a future to aim for. If we find that utopia, I'll answer that question and put her doubts to rest. So just you watch. I'm about to get rid of some real heavy baggage. So this is what core engage is like. Nice! Talk about refreshing. Let's move. Don't just stand there and eat my dust.
Looks good. Go get it! Huh. This spot looks good.
Thanks for everything. I feel a lot lighter now, in more ways than one. I'm done calling myself sad or pathetic, and I'm done with making excuses. If you can use my help on your path forward, then say the word and I'll do whatever I can. I'll try not to disappoint you. It's good to be working together.
Nice to see you. I heard you succeeded in using core engage.
Hello, ma'am.
How was he? Inside the resonance area, I mean. Oh dear. Don't be so wicked, Ricardo.
Now look, don't fib like that.
You're stronger now, isn't that right? Just don't overdo it, Ricardo. Chrysanthemum would fall apart without you.
Ma'am, may I ask you a question?
What is it?
Long ago, you hired me on because you said you had just the right job for me. But I'm sure someone of your resources could find any number of people to fill my spot. So, why did you come to me of all people?
Ah, you saw a bit of the past in your resonance area. You're right. There were others who could have helped me establish my port. But I knew you have something that none of the others had.
What could that be?
The willingness to defend your home with your life. On the day of the calamity, Werner and I would have died if you hadn't been there. I'll never forget how you tried to stay there, even though it'd mean your own death. You gave me the courage to make my dream a reality then.
Hilda, it isn't...
So I simply had to work with you. No one else would do. I can't use engage, but I believe that our hearts were bound by the same dream that day.
Thank you, Hilda.
The utopia I have envisioned is still a long way away. Chrysanthemum will keep growing. It'll get busier for you, Ricardo, but you've still got work left in you.
Just give me the word, ma'am. If you start slacking, these kids will shoot right past you, huh? I'll be a sure guard. I have a family to protect. And a future.
Come on, work with me. If this deal doesn't go through, they'll get rid of me for sure. Just get me intel on that adaptive armor stuff the Hounds have. That's all. We'll split the reward, 70-30. Deal?
This again? How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not interested in any deals with you.
Huh? It's not like you're getting nothing. With my connections and Baron's money, we'll be able to mass produce it way faster than them. Besides, you're the one who wants to make ultra-long distance voyages so bad. What good does it do you to help out a bunch of snot-nosed brats like that?
You'd never understand.
Soma Schicksal. I found something interesting recently. There were some images in a pre-calamity data server salvaged from the Ashlands. The AI analysis said it was one of the 3 sages of the calamity, Soma Schicksal. A striking resemblance, wouldn't you say?
What about it?
I don't think it's just a coincidence. I looked up your history. There was nothing fishy, clean as can be. But if people who trust you saw this, well, do you think they'd still treat you the same?
Do whatever you want.
Bastard! Stuck-up punk! Just you wait! You! And all of the others! I'll bring you down together!